All right, welcome back, Traveling Tea Times. We have another flight review today. If you saw our last flight review, that was of the Singapore Airlines 777 outdated business class, but today we look at the new 787-10 Dreamliner business class product from Singapore Airlines. We get started here where we have our quick layover in the Singapore International Airport, which I think is one of the most stunning airports, and we also take a look at the business class lounge here for Singapore Airlines. Really quite roomy and spacious, plenty of foods, drinks, both alcoholic and non-alcoholic. You need some coffee, little desserts, you have hors d'oeuvres, you've got traditional dishes, Western dishes, you name it, it has it. The food there was absolutely amazing. Quality was also great, and the service was also amazing with how fast dishes were bussed and how well the place was kept clean. Seating is not a problem at all. Wide a range of seating variety from small single seats with plenty of power outlets to little larger group areas and group seating environments if you're there with a group. So really options for everyone and a great way to start off the flight on my quick layover on my way to Bali. We boarded here, I was seat 18K, and as you'll see, we'll get into the seat tour here briefly, but the cabin has a nice, beautiful ambient lighting, and it really overall has a nice vibe to it. You can see here that the seats are in a 1-2-1 layout with alternating rows that face the aisle or face the window, and the center seats do the same as well. Don't know if I could classify it as a reverse herringbone, but it certainly looks as good as one. Okay, we have an exciting seat tour. We are in 18K 787-10 News Dreamliner, new business class for Singapore Airlines. As you get seated, there's two variations. One is with the table here, the other is with the seat here and the table here. Because I switched last second, didn't have much choice, but here we are. So we get started. Nice large touchscreen in front of you. Can tilt based on if you're lying down or not. Touchscreen, awesome functionality. Now, where's the tray table? The tray table is here. Underneath, you grab, hold, flips open. Kind of nice little wood inlay finish there. Intuitive way to pack the tray table in. You have ottoman and legroom here. Little footrest down here. Magazine storage, laptop to the side here. Remote for the touchscreen. You also have the seat controls, which are touch sensitive buttons here. Headphone jack there. Window. And fun part. So, magic door. Open. 2 USB ports. AC power port. Cardless to pay in here. Noise canceling headphones. And also have the menu, which we'll get into later. Nice little storage area for everything. You also have a mirror that pops out. And that's about it. Look at the seat itself. Nice little cubby back here. Reading lights here, 3 variations as you'll see. One for lying down, and then 2 others based on the angle of the light. Both have 3 settings. So, in all, beautiful cabin, really nice little seat. Still really feels cozy. You have this on the left side, so you still feel a bit of privacy, even though you are kind of the exposed aisle seat. So now that we're done with the seat tour, we'll move on to what was at the seat. For the short afternoon flight, there was no amenity kit, but you had a nice comfy pillow as well as a small blanket. Pillow had a nice design to it, as well as the blanket. And we'll move to the updated entertainment system now. If you'll notice in the last video, we didn't cover the entertainment system as much, mostly out of the fact that it had been newly updated and refreshed for the updated business class cabin and new Singapore Airlines experience. Here you'll be able to see the full entertainment system as I walk through all of the menus, and we'll let a little background music play while you're watching it. Just as a quick little opinion, I think this is an excellent update to the business class entertainment system as well as the overall cabin. I think this puts Singapore Airlines much more on par with the overall international competitive scene. While it's not as expansive as the IFE system on Emirates, which is ICE, it still really is top notch, offers a wide array of up-to-date movie and show experiences. So I'll let you tear through the menu here while you find your favorite show so that it makes the cut next time you fly. And now that we're airborne, we'll make our way towards the dinner menu here. I didn't get full footage of it, but you can see the still photograph. We start off with the appetizer with some gravadlocks and cucumber salad, and a choice of 3 main courses, dessert, and then some bread rolls. I got started here with the appetizer, which was the gravadlocks with a cucumber salad and citrus dressing, which was very tangy and surprisingly very good. I really like the contrasting flavors. Dessert was served on the first main dish, and my wine of choice was a Nautilus Sauvignon Blanc, which was absolutely amazing. Food service was very prompt, and the flight attendants were very professional with how they went about handing out all the dishes and making sure that we had the right thing to eat. And we'll now move on to the main course, which was the chicken noodle dish, and really another amazing dish. Really like kind of the immersion in these Asian American food here, or more should I say Asian food. The chicken was very well done, nothing fatty or chewy about it. Noodles were very well done as well, and the vegetables were sauteed to perfection. Overall, I would say the meals were very tasty on this short flight, and something that, in comparing to my last flight where I had the breakfast, I think Singapore Airlines has done very well with the food, and I would love to fly a longer, more proper flight to get the full 3-course experience with them, whether it be dinner, breakfast, or lunch. So to wrap things up here, I am extremely impressed with Singapore Airlines' updated business class cabin. They have a great offering with the new seat, which offers some innovative little cubbies and ways to store things, which mixes things up from the otherwise what would be a boring type layout. I also really was impressed with the service that was offered, and that is in standing and in keeping with what I've heard from Singapore Airlines. So for me, it was further validation that they are an absolutely amazing airline, and I really look forward to flying with them in the future. Food was out of this world, And lastly, I think the entertainment system is a huge upgrade, which for those who are flying the 18+ hour flight from Newark, New Jersey, all the way to Singapore, you're going to have plenty to go through. So very excited to have flown this and got bumped from EVA Air. Although I'd still like to fly EVA Air, Singapore was a welcome upgrade, and we are now wrapping up this trip, and our next flight review will be Cathay Pacific. So I know for some that Cathay is kind of in a rough spot right now, but nonetheless they still have a great product to offer, so we'll be looking at that. Make sure to subscribe, like, share this video if you enjoyed it, or if you have friends who are flying on Singapore Airlines and they need to know what they're getting themselves into. I really loved it. I hope you loved it, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. Take care.